Good morning. Center that a little bit. So today I'm coming to you for rugged roadways from another country, a little island called Jamaica. Amanda and I decided to go. Actually, we decided a long time ago, but we came here about a year ago and wanted to take a break. So we came out here again. It's this beautiful little resort called Sunset of the Palms down by Negril. And it's been a very nice break. We're on our last day. It was a 7-day. We came here last Saturday. And it is Friday. So we leave again tomorrow. So it's a nice little resort. Not a lot of rugged roadways here, except the main roads. I'll have to show a picture of that. Weather has been beautiful. It's a little humid right now, but it's been doing a lot of rain. I've been wanting to make this video during like sunset so I could actually show sunset, but that wasn't going to happen. Every single night for the last 2 nights it's been drenched, huge amounts of rain, so sunsets were completely out of the question. The rain finally clears up around 8 o'clock, and by that time sunset's already over. So part of this video I wanted to film a little bit. About 2 weeks ago, my brother, the kids, my mom, we all went for a little trip to Flagstaff. Get the kids out of the hot valley and moving up to Flagstaff. I'll show you this. This is the view, the Sunset of the Palms. Beautiful, like tree house like structures. Freaking amazing. Really got to watch out the drivers around here. They're freaking nuts. So anyway, we decided to go up to Flagstaff, be a little bit cooler. Got into the 60s. Hello. Yep. So anyway, didn't think we were going to film it at all or do anything with it. We went to a place called the Lava Tube. It's something I had been to when I was a little kid. I wanted to show my kids. And it eventually started pouring rain. So we ended up doing a little bit of mudding, cutting through the forest, and had a little bit of fun. I'll have to start posting a little bit of that, attach it to this video, which is what I went in for. Sorry for the noise. They're doing all the cleanup from yesterday's storm. Let's see here. It's very green here. We have a crossing guard because sometimes the traffic don't stop. Ooh. Thank you. You're welcome. See what I mean? Traffic don't stop. Crazy humidity right now. Thank you. But it's greener than it is in Arizona. So one of those times that ONX really helped out on this trip, or at least on the trip to Flagstaff. So there was a I guess you can say construction slash crash or whatnot. And ONX really helped out in that regard. We were able to find a nice little trail. So the construction accident, whatever it was adding on 45 minutes to an hour to our little trip. And this is like a only 2-mile span. I was able to pull up ONX. Hey, the next exit, which was less than 100 yards away, had a little forestry service road to the right of the freeway. Luckily, because we have high clearance vehicles, off-roading vehicles, we had no problem. Most of it was a lot of river rock and tiny rocks and dirt and a ton of mud because of all the rain that they've been having lately. The rain that we wish we had in Phoenix, but Flagstaff was getting it all. So that little 10-minute detour saved us 45 minutes to an hour. Freaking, that was amazing. One of those advantages of using ONX application is I was able to find this and we were able to take it.
Very crowded.
Mama, is this a good reason to have off-road vehicles?
I think my truck could handle this just fine.
The cops are probably looking over every lane. Those bastards. The cops probably over there looking going, those bastards.
Are you kidding? There was a cop.
Yeah, there was a cop over there. On the road.
Well, they
It looks like there's either a straightaway or a right turn.
It's like a old bitch.
Well, we beat a whole bunch of people.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that cop was looking?
Oh, I bet he was. You don't see the dust behind me?
good idea, man.
That was a great idea, Alex. We just bypassed all that traffic.
Google said it was going to be at least a 45-minute delay. We just did that in 10 minutes.
The effects on that, but you know, Arizona has one, and we were able to do it. Several years ago, we did one up in Washington, which is a very wet tube. They had water running through it and so forth. This case, there's a little bit of water because of all the rain, but it's very large. Like I said, I'll attach some pictures for it. And I'll attach some of the off-roading we did. It was basically one big loop to the freeway and back, but it also saved us a lot of time, so it was good that way. And the kids got to splash through mud, and I got to go through a lot of mud. It took us a little bit to even clear out the cars of all the mud. It's one of the things, you need to make sure you clean off your vehicles after you're done, because you don't want to be packing all that mud all around. So I'm getting close to the beach. Let me turn around the camera. Look at that view. We're supposed to have more rain in a little bit. Around 2 o'clock, it's already around noonish, yeah, 12:30. A different view from off-roading through the forest. It's relaxing. If any of you guys ever watch this, or if I ever get a big enough following, I'd highly recommend it. Sunset of the Palms in Negril, Jamaica. Now it's definitely an adult only. You can't take kids here. Minimum age is 18 out here, but it's still fun. I'd highly recommend it. And it's a beautiful view, and the water is really warm.
what?
Get it!
Can you imagine doing this in Oma's truck?
It would be so fun.
Woo!